My dear students, Namaste. Myself Pramod, one of your mathematics teachers. Welcome to our first mathematics class. Before starting the session, let me ask you a question. Is it possible for us to live a day without numbers? I'm sure, without any doubt or without any hesitation, you will say the answer no. Because it is not possible for us to live in this world without numbers. The reason is all physical and natural phenomena are related to numbers. As students, it is necessary for us to study about the number system and the properties of numbers. And in today's session, we shall discuss more about number systems. In this lesson, we are going to learn about different classification of numbers which include natural numbers, whole numbers and integers. The most basic type of classification of numbers are natural numbers. We all are naturally count things by using 1, 2, 3 and so on. Therefore, the basic innermost classification of numbers is the natural numbers. Natural numbers include numbers such as 1, 2, 3 and so on. They often referred as counting numbers. The next classification is the whole number, and as we all know that the natural numbers include 1, 2, 3 and so on. When we include 0 with the natural numbers, we get the whole numbers. And the next type is integers. Integers are the combination of negative numbers, 0 and the positive numbers. And here the numbers 1, 2, 3 etc. are called the positive integers. Numbers -1, -2, -3 etc. are called the negative integers. And you can see there is a number that is 0 which separates the negative integer and the positive integer. So the number 0 is neither a positive nor a negative integer. Now we have learned about natural numbers or counting numbers. That includes 1, 2, 3, 4 etc. Next we have learned whole numbers, means we have included 0 with natural numbers. We have got the whole numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. Next we have learned the integers, means negative numbers, 0 and the positive numbers. So let's represent these integers on a number line. First we have to draw a line, then we have to divide it into different portions, and the middle portion we have to label it as 0, and on the right of 0 we have to mark the positive numbers, and on the left of 0 we have to label the negative numbers. And between 0 and 1, if we take 0 and 1, we can find infinitely many numbers between 0 and 1, and in between 1 and 2 also we can find infinitely many numbers, and in between 2 and 3 also we can find infinitely many numbers. In general, between two integers we can find infinitely many numbers on the number line. For example, consider a number that is 1 by 2. 1 by 2, when we divide, we get 0.5. The position of 0.5 is between 0 and 1. The middle of 0 and 1 is 0.5. That is the position of 1 by 2. Next, if we consider 3 by 4, 3 by 4 means almost it is 0.75. That also in between 0 and 1, that is just close to 1. Next, when we take another number, that is 2021 divided by 2020, when you divide it, it comes almost 0.99 something. So this also very close to 1, means now we have taken three numbers. These three numbers position also in between 0 and 1. Likewise, we can find infinitely many numbers between any two given numbers on the number line. So when we consider these numbers are having a speciality. That means it is having a numerator and denominator. Or we can say that these numbers are in the form P by Q. In mathematics or in number system, we call these type of numbers are rational numbers. Definition: a number R is called a rational number if it can be written in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. Means a number, if we can represent it in the P by Q form, that means in the numerator and denominator form, and the denominator must not be 0, then that form of numbers, that we call it as rational numbers. Some examples, if we consider 2 by 3, here it is having P and Q, that is numerator and denominator. Next is 1 by 2, that is also a rational number. And here consider 5. 5, of course it is an integer, but we can write it 5 in the form 5 divided by 1. So 5 divided by 1, that is in P by Q form, that is a rational number. Next to minus 6. Minus 6 also we can represent it in P by Q form, that is minus 6 divided by 1. So that is a rational number. Next I have taken 0. 0 is also a rational number because we can represent 0 in 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3 likewise. So this is also in P by Q form. So 0 is also a rational number. In the classification of numbers, so far we have learned about natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. Rational number includes integers, integers include whole numbers include natural numbers. Now, in the classification of numbers, we are going to learn about irrational numbers. The definition is any number that cannot be expressed in the form P by Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. Means if we get a number and we cannot represent it in P by Q form, P and Q are integers, then we can say that these type of numbers are irrational numbers. Consider an example, root 2. Root 2 is an irrational number. Some may think that root 2 we can write it as root 2 by 1, then it is in P by Q form. Once you write it in P by Q form, we can say that it is a rational number. That assumption is wrong because even if you write it in root 2 by 1 format, P by Q1 format it will come, but root 2 is not an integer because integers we know negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. So root 2 is not an integer. That's why root 2 by 1 is not a rational number. So it is irrational number. Next example is root 3. And one more example is if you take root 5, root 7 and so on. And another example is pi. And it is one of the very important question also because sometimes in the examination they may ask you pi is rational or irrational. Pi is an irrational number. Pi is an example of an irrational number. Next classification is real numbers. Now in the classification of numbers we have only two number systems, that is one is rational numbers, another one is irrational numbers, because a rational number includes natural number, whole number, integers. So altogether we can say rational and another set is irrational. So we have two sets in our hand, that is a rational and irrational numbers. The definition of real number is any number which can be represented on the number line is a real number. Means any number if you take, whether it is a rational or irrational, we can represent it on a number line. You have already learned in the smaller classes how to represent rational numbers on a number line. At the end of this chapter, you will study how to represent irrational numbers on the number line. That means root 2, root 3, root 5 and all. You will study how to represent it on the number line. Means both rational and irrational numbers we can represent it on a number line. So these numbers together we call it as real numbers. That is, it includes, real numbers includes both rational and irrational numbers. every point on the number line represents a unique real number. Whatever point you take on the number line, that point represents a unique real number. So the real number definition, that is any number which can be represented on the number line, is called a real number. Real number includes both rational and irrational numbers. Let's visualize the classification of numbers. The innermost classification is the natural numbers, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Next is the whole numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Next is the integers, that includes negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. Next is the rational numbers, that means in numbers in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Next, we have studied irrational numbers, that is pi, root 2, root 3 and so on. So altogether, these rationals and irrationals altogether we have learned as real numbers. Next, we shall discuss some exercise questions. Exercise 1.1. First question, is 0 a rational number? Can you write it in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0? The answer is yes, 0 is a rational number. 0 can be written in the form 0 by 1, 0 by 2, 0 by 3, etc. Means any number if you divide with 0, we will get 0 only. So 0 by 1 also 0, 0 by 2 also 0, 0 by 3 also 0, 0 by 4 also 0. So 0 by 1, 0 by 2, all these are in p by q format. So it can be written in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Therefore, 0 is a rational number. This one I was explained while explaining the example of rational numbers. The next question, find 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. When I was showing the numbers on the number line, I have explained to you that between two numbers on the number line, there are infinitely many numbers. So there are infinite rational numbers between 3 and 4. But we are asked to calculate only 6 rational numbers. So the first step is, since we are asked to calculate 6 rational numbers, we have to add 1 with 6. So 6 plus 1 we have to do. 6 plus 1 is equal to 7. Next step is, we have to multiply 7 by 7. This 7 is from here. 6 plus 1 we have got 7. So we have to multiply 7 by 7 with both the numbers. We have two numbers. One is 3 and another one is 4. 3 you have to multiply with 7 by 7. 4 also you have to multiply with 7 by 7. Let's do it. 3 into 7 by 7, that is equal to 3 into 7 is 21, 21 by 7. Next is 4 into 7 by 7. So 4 into 7 is 28. Finally 28 by 7 we have got. Now our new numbers are 21 by 7 and 28 by 7. So the 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. Between 3 and 4 means new numbers between 21 by 7 and 28 by 7. We have to write 6 numbers. They are 22 by 7, 23 by 7, 24 by 7, 25 by 7, 26 by 7 and 27 by 7. Means we have made it 21 by 7 first, then 22 onwards we have to write 22 by 7, then 23, 24, 25, 26 and 27 by 7. These are the 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. Once again, we are asked to calculate 6 rational numbers. So we have to add 6 plus 1, that is 7. Then we have to multiply 7 by 7 with the given numbers. 3 into 7 by 7, that is equal to 21 by 7. Again 4 into 7 by 7, that is 28 by 7. Then from 21 to 28 we have to write all other numbers, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 and 27 divided by 7 are the 6 rational numbers between 3 and 4. Hope it is clear. Next, question number 3. Find 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. So here we are asked to calculate 5 rational numbers. So as I mentioned before, there are infinite rational numbers between two rational numbers, that is 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Then as we need to find 5 rational numbers, we need to calculate 5 plus 1. You have to add 1. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. Then we have to multiply 6 by 6 with both the numbers. 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. We have got this 5 is, since we are asked to calculate 5 rational numbers, that's why we have taken 5. 5 plus 1 we have to do 6 we got. Then 6 by 6 we have to multiply with both the numbers. The numbers are 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. That is 3 by 5 into 6 by 6. 6 by 6 is this one. So 3 into 6 that is 18. 5 into 6 that is 30. So we have got 18 by 30. Next is 4 by 5. Next number is 4 by 5. We have to multiply 4 by 5 with 6 by 6. That is 4 into 6, 24. 5 into 6, 30. So we have got new numbers, that is 18 by 30 and 24 by 30. We are asked to write 5 rational numbers. That is from 18 onwards we can start. Next to 18, that is 19 by 30, 20 by 30, 21 by 30, 22 by 30, 23 by 30 are the 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Once again, here you are asked to calculate 5 rational numbers. So first step is 5 plus 1 you have to do. 5 plus 1 is 6. Then you have to multiply 6 by 6 with both the given numbers. 3 by 5 into 6 by 6 we did. We have got 18 by 30. Next 4 by 5 into 6 by 6 we have multiplied. Then we have got 24 by 30. Then from 19 onwards. 18 is the beginning. So 19 onwards we have to write 19 by 30, 20 by 30, 21 by 30, 22 by 30 and 23 by 30 are the 5 rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. Next question, state whether the following statements are true or false. Give reasons for your answer. First question is, every natural number is a whole number. Next one, every integer is a whole number. And the third one, every rational number is a whole number. So these 3 questions comes under the definitions of classification of numbers. So please do it this one as homework. Dear students, in today's session, we have learned the classification of numbers starting from natural numbers to irrational numbers. So you have to go through all the definitions and the exercise questions. If you feel any doubt or any inconvenience, please feel free to ask. Thank you for watching.